Howdy folks, and welcome back for another lesson. This will be lesson 2 in my Clawhammer Banjo series. And the tune we're gonna cover today is one of my absolute favorite tunes. It's the tune Big Rock Candy Mountains. This tune was first recorded by Harry McClintock back in 1928, and it's a country folk song about a hobo's idea for paradise. And it was also the beginning track for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Great soundtrack. Lots of legends on it. We have Ellison Cross in Union Station, among with other big legends like Emmylou Harris, and we have Ralph Stanley, you know. So big reason for me beginning to play this kind of music is that movie. So this song means a lot to me, and it's a great tune for anyone who wants to learn to play the Clawhammer Banjo. It's a very pretty tune, not that hard when you get it down, but lots of great techniques to follow here. So I will put up the tab on the screen now, and before I start, I just want to once again give a big shout out to Josh at Brand New Clawhammer Banjo. He's a great teacher, and he has taught me almost everything I know about Clawhammer Banjo. So if you haven't watched his videos out, do it. And it's also his tab, so thank you so much for making that one. It's a great tab. We're gonna break it down now. But first of all, we need to be in double C tuning. That means that our strings are gonna be A, the 5th string here. Now I'll also check my tuning. A, and we have D, and we have A. We have D again on the 2nd string here, and we have last E here. So it's double C tuning with a capo on the 2nd fret. So now we are in D. All the shapes are in C position. So this is a C position, but it will be a D. And this is a F position, but it will be a G. And this is an G, but it will be an A here, so I will refer it to the D chords, but I will put all the shapes here when I'm talking about them, so you will see. So the song has a pickup bar, which means that it starts with, there is our first measure. So on the pickup bar we do a little pull off on the 1st string here. So we strike down on the 1st string, 2 here with our index finger, then we just do a pull off. So hit it, pull it off. And if you are not familiar with the right hand techniques and rhythm, this song involves lots of bum-ditty, bum. That means that we pick our 2nd string, and we strike down, and we pop the 5th string. That's a bum-ditty. This is basically Clawhammer essential rhythm. Then we have another technique which I covered in the last video, which is drop thumb. When your thumb is coming down on usually the 2nd string here, and there will be some drop thumbs, but not too many. The basic rhythm is bum-ditty. So we do a little pull off here. Then we hit our 2nd strings with our index, and we do a little rake, a little sweep here, and pop the 5th string. Then we hit the 2nd string again, and do a little Bum-Ditty again. So first two measures, then we go to the third measure, and on the third measure we're gonna hammer on, not pull off this time, now it's hammer on. That's why it's an H over. H means hammer on and PO means pull off. So we're gonna strike on first string, and I usually do a little more, like a sweep when I do it, so I get more banjo. But on tab it says, then we hit with our pinky the 5th fret and do a little pop. So it's like this, the third measure. Sorry, one more time. Hammer on, 5, pop it, Bum-Ditty. So those three measures sounds like this. So then we're gonna move on to the 4th measure, and then we're gonna hit an F chord, or in this case a G, F shape. And to do this, you bar all the 5 strings here, and I like to put my pinky on the 7th fret here, and then you get a higher voiced G chord. You maybe know this one, first position, but this is a higher voiced G chord. And we're gonna strike it and do a Bum-Ditty. Then we will move up our pinky to the 10th fret here and do a Bum-Ditty. Then we will move back in bar 5 here to the 5 and do a Bum-Ditty. And after that we'll do a little drop thumb. So I hit the 5th fret on the first string here. I do a Bum-Ditty. Then I do a drop thumb. So I hit down, do the thumb, strike again, and pop it. And then we go back to the G chord again. Do exactly the same thing. And back to the 5th fret there. Drop thumb. Then we do a little alternate thing, which means that we're gonna take our 7th fret here, then after every note you're gonna go with your thumb on the 5th string. So 7, 7, 5th string, 5, 5th string, 3, 5th string, 2, 5th string. So it's like this. Now we hit our A chord here. So a little slow from the beginning, pick up. And the alternating thing. And the A chord. And you just do 2 Bum-Ditties on that one. Now we go back to our D chord. In this measure, let's see, measure 10, we do first, 2nd string, we hit the 2nd string, bum, then we release the 2nd fret on the 1st string after a while. So it's like Bum-Ditty, release, because the melody note will be the open string here. Now we do exactly the same thing as we did before, hammer on, and to the 5. So it's like hammer on, 5, 5th string, Bum-Ditty. And then we go back to the G chord up here, slide to the 10, back to the 5. And a drop thumb. And now comes the repeating part, which is like you go between the G and the D, G and the D, G and the D, and now we do a little different. So it's like this, Bum-Ditty, release, back to the D, Bum-Ditty, drop thumb this time, and back to the D, drop thumb. Then we will move our pinky down to the 5th fret here, because we're gonna need the second here with our index. This is a little tricky, but do it slow. 5, struck the chord, and drop thumb it, and change the 5 to the 2. So when you have your pinky here first, yes, so from measure 13 it sounds like this. Let's try the whole intro very slow, okay? So pick up. And then the vocal starts. So the last measures from measure 20 here is just you strike Bum-Ditty on the D and do a little pull off on the 3rd string, 2 to 0. And here comes the fun part. If you train good and hard, then you can actually sing same time as you play the melody. That's what I like to do, and that's very, very pretty, I think. So after the intro we go back. One evening as the sun went down, jungle fire was burning. Down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for land, it's far away, besides the crystal fountain. Sorry for that. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rocky mountains. In the big rocky mountains, it's a land that's fair and bright, where the hands outgrow some bushes, they sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty, and the sun shines every day on the birds and the bees, cigarette trees, lemonade springs, where the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountains. And this can be really hard if you've never done it before, but you play exactly the intro over when you're singing. Very, very close. So, I mean, the first pickup bar here is in the big rock candy mountains. So try to practice that slow. In the big rock candy mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the hands outgrow some bushes, and you sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty, and the sun shines every day on the birds and the bees, cigarette trees, lemonade springs, where the bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountains. And yeah, Practice it a lot so you're very secure with the intro, and then try to add some vocals. That's really fun when you do it. And when you are pretty secure with that one, you can try the lower part. It will become a lower part which sounds like this. It starts with a little pull-off from the 4th on the 5 string here. Sorry, the 4th string. Sorry. Pull up 4 to 2, and you hit the open string here on the 4th string. And then hammer on and pull off. Slide from 2 to 4. Drop 1. Then you hit your G chord, where you can hear the melody note here. And back to the... And here's a little pull off on the 1st string. And the 5 with my pinky. And hammer on the A chord. Back to the pull off again. And then you do the alternating, but with the 1st position chords here. And here. Last one is. So open on the 1st string here, 0, 0, 4, pop the 5th string, 2, 0 on the 4th string here. Yeah, so that's basically the tune, and I will now put up the tab again, and you can play along to my old version, which I have here on YouTube. And good luck, and practice slow, and if you want, you can make the speed a little slower. Here you have this tool here on YouTube where you can slow it down, so try to slow it down and be very accurate with all the things that's involved in the tab, so it's correct in the measure, so that you have all the notes that you need there. And yeah, good luck, have fun.
Said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm heading for land that's far away, besides the crystal fountain. So come with me, we'll go and see that big rocky mountain. In the big rocky mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the hands that grows on bushes, and you sleep out every night. Where the boxcars all are empty, and the sun shines every day on the birds and the bees, the cigarette trees, lemonade springs, where the bluebird sings, the big rocky mountains. In the big rocky mountains, you never change your socks.